Hmm. Hey, good morning on a Tuesday. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill coming to you from KGW TV, my day job, if you will, here in Portland. And on the left, I thought this was a great visible satellite picture. So it's what I'm starting with. So this was 7 o'clock this morning on this Tuesday. And there's Portland, a lot of cloudiness up and down the valley. And then look at this right here. The visible satellite picture showing knuckling, if you will, of convective cumulus clouds, a line of it right here. This was an area that went on for hours that produced rain shower after rain shower coming over the Cascades and moving to the west through the town of Albany. And then around Corvallis, we started to get some lightning. And then we had an explosion of lightning activity near the town of Philomath. Now, Doppler radar, courtesy of KGW TV, that has the lightning information on it, showed that the lightning strikes were primarily cloud to cloud, with some very limited strikes that were actually cloud to ground, which of course is the safety concern. But the point that I'm really blowing up here is that this is the valley thunderstorm threat that we talked about back on Sunday. So I think this pattern of showers across central and eastern Oregon and then the cloudiness from those showers blowing over the Cascades into the valley, those are the clouds we've had as of late. And the fact that we're unstable and we're humid is that every 24-hour period between now and Thursday will have at least the chance of an episode of showers and maybe some thunder mixing in here in the valley. Now, will that chance be over Portland at some point? I don't know. Will the chance always be south of Salem? I don't know. Will we have another episode between now and Thursday morning? Not guaranteed. Could we have some rain showers even later this evening and overnight at some point in the valley? Yes. So that is the chance of shower and thunderstorm activity that we're talking about. And it definitely blew up in that area between Corvallis and Philomath this morning. The storm chance continues through Thursday, or at least through Thursday morning. After that, we get into a different weather pattern. And for your Labor Day weekend, we'll start to track a system coming in off the Pacific, and I will show you this. So I grabbed this. This was this morning at 7 a.m. off of the weather computer here at KGW TV, and I put everything on it. And that I want to illustrate this migratory flow pattern that's bringing us the clouds and eventually brought the thunderstorms into the mid to south Willamette Valley this morning. Upper level high, basically over Albuquerque, is the reason we've been hot. And the flow pattern, again, is clockwise. This is spinning, follow my cursor. This is spinning moisture up through Arizona, into Utah, into Nevada. And then still this morning, we have this surface low, what I'm calling a super pump, if you will, that's sitting over southeastern Oregon because this counterclockwise circulation now grabs this moisture. The high sends the moisture, the surface low grabs it, kind of slingshots it in a counterclockwise flow pattern up into eastern Oregon, central Oregon, and is pushing cloudiness all the way into the Pacific. And again, this morning, this was that area of rain that I just talked about. This is the pattern that continues to some degree all the way into Thursday morning. So we'll look at some of the modeling in terms of what this is showing us. All of this brought to you by Momentous Wealth Podcast. Listen on Apple Podcasts, listen on Spotify for a variety of investment topics. Meant to educate you, brought to you by the investment firm that I use for my retirement planning, Momentous Wealth Management. Okay, here is the satellite radar picture. This is 10:15 this morning. There's still rain that's moved Salem. It's moved northward up into McMinnville. We've had lightning strikes near that Washington Yamhill County line just north of McMinnville, and the rain that's moved into Tillamook County off of the Oregon coast. Now, all of this is still, I think, going to stay south of Portland. And I think at some point will probably fizzle out later this morning or into early afternoon. But there's no guarantee. And I say that because the weather modeling that we so often reference doesn't pick up any of this. It shows the flow pattern that's producing it, but stops short at projecting rain, at projecting thunderstorms. So that's where the rain is actively in the 10 o'clock hour this morning. Here's the visible satellite picture again. Look at that knuckling of the convection down in that area. Look at that. And the cloudiness blowing all the way up across the Washington shoreline as well. Here is the water vapor. Is this going to show us much of anything? Not a whole lot. Again, water vapor definitely shows you either just high level moisture, or by showing you high level moisture, it shows you that the moisture you are dealing with is pretty thick in depth up through the atmosphere. And sometimes these water vapor images really show you little disturbances. This one isn't really doing that, so we'll move on. Here is the upper level high down here over New Mexico. Here's the ridging aloft extending over our coast. We're still a very warm air mass. I mean, if we had more sun yesterday, Portland could have hit 92, 94, 95. Instead, Portland stopped at 88. And with cloudiness again today, let's go back to the visible picture. Look at all this cloudiness being blown over the Willamette Valley. We may hold in the 80s again today, but the air mass is warm enough that if we get sunshine that times out in 3 and 4 o'clock hour of the heat of the day, we could bounce to 90. And if you've been outdoors, you know it's really humid. So it's a humid, warm air mass, definitely. So here's what some of the modeling is showing. This is the National Blended Model. And again, I think this is underplaying stuff. This is this afternoon at 5 p.m., showing scattered showers in central and southern Oregon and eastern Oregon. Not a ton of lightning, just judging by the imagery here. And then if I play this into Wednesday morning, in gray, it's showing some traceable amounts of rain, again hitting Salem, but south of Portland, and maybe up into Tillamook County. And then here's another area, maybe some light moisture Wednesday morning into the noon hour up toward McMinnville and Aurora. And then this actually brings some light rain up into Hillsboro tomorrow afternoon, Wednesday at 5 p.m. So if this is correct, at the very least, we'd have a lot of clouds again. And we continue this very warm, very humid, very unstable flow pattern. And maybe there could be some thunder and lightning mixed in here. Heavier rain showers out east. Again, the modeling not picking up on a lot of lightning. And then this jumps into, I think, well, it only goes really to Wednesday afternoon. Okay, all right. Let's look at one more. This is the European model. And that was meant to be like a future radar product in terms of what it's going to look like. This one is just plotting for you measurable precip. So this is this morning. This is showing that we had measurable precip down in that area around Salem up into parts of Yamhill County around McMinnville. Here's Portland, stay south of Portland. This is this afternoon. This is the model showing that there could be some showers pop around Mount Hood, up and down the Oregon Cascades. Maybe some more rain lingering between near Salem, up into Yamhill County, McMinnville, and up into Tillamook. We'll see. And then if I play this, this does show a chance of rain in Portland and Southwest Washington on Wednesday into Wednesday night, with the heaviest rain in green out here across eastern Oregon. Let's play this into third. Keep your eye on that 0-2. This was Wednesday precip into Portland. Doesn't show anything Thursday, doesn't show anything Friday. So again, there are signs of us getting some rain. There's just nothing that's really articulated well in the modeling. And that's one reason I'm just throwing out this blanket chance that we had an episode in the Willamette Valley, or we are having an episode of rain this morning, and we could have again tomorrow. And maybe tomorrow it's up into Portland, it's up into Southwest Washington. Just can't guarantee it. Here's the flow pattern. This is very minute stuff that we're looking at. This is this afternoon. See this contour at 500 millibars? So here's an upper level high, 591 high. There's the ridging from that high, and then there's a little weak trough right in here. Doesn't look like much, but that's the instability fueling the shower chance. This is this afternoon. And real quick, while I'm thinking of it, humidity factors. You go back to last Friday when the humidity was 14%, and Portland hit 102. Again, the humidity jumped up to about 24% on Saturday, hit 100. The humidity was closer to 30% on Sunday. We were at 95. The humidity level was right about 40% in the heat of the day Monday, and we'll be around 40% in the heat of the day again today and tomorrow. Doesn't sound like much, but it's enough to really give the atmosphere that stickiness. So that's what we're dealing with day and night. Okay, let's go ahead and play this. This is the European model. This is the instability area that right here where these contours kind of cut out this little area of weak high pressure. Again, it's not much, but it's something. That's a weak low, despite the high number you see, 582. If you didn't know better, you'd say, hey, that's a high. But remember, pressure heights are relative to what's around. So the pressure is higher around us. So that is a weak low right over the North Coast and up into Portland overnight tonight into Wednesday morning and expanding. So if this is correct, this could be a bullseye blow up of some showers and maybe a thunderstorm Wednesday morning in the North Willamette Valley and up into Southwest Washington. And it kind of hangs out. Here's Wednesday afternoon, still hanging. Follow this contour. This is all instability. All right. So, I mean, from what I'm seeing and showing you right now, I like our chances of getting some rain in the North Valley tomorrow during the morning and afternoon. Certainly no guarantee that's going to happen because it's such a weak flow pattern, but it could. I end the chance Thursday morning, and here's why. Here's Thursday afternoon. See, Thursday afternoon, that weak low area is all the way up to our north across the Washington coastline, but north of Long Beach. Here's weak ridging coming into the heart of Oregon up into Portland. If that's the case, I think Thursday afternoon will be dry. And then our next chance of rain develops as we go into Saturday. Here's the next low. This is the low that's coming in off the Pacific, pretty well defined. This would give us a somewhat humid, I think if the current location would give us dry weather on Friday in the Willamette Valley with temperatures that could get back up close to 90, and it would be humid if we have enough sun. And then here's that low. Now it's nearing the coast. So here's that chance of rain developing Saturday, especially in the afternoon as we warm up. And then does the chance of rain linger Sunday? That's the question. Well, here's Sunday. That low is parked just to the north. We're in the instability flow around it. So that's a chance of showers and cloudiness Sunday during the day as the low is up into Washington. There'd be a much better chance of rain in Washington than there would be in Portland, and a far less chance of anything south of Portland on Sunday. But that's what we're tracking. Now, what about Labor Day, Monday? Okay, now this doesn't go, well, this is Sunday overnight. Okay. So if you look at this, you're like, there could be some showers even until Labor Day Monday. This is the European model. I want to show you the American GFS model because it varies slightly. It shows an even weaker area of low pressure today, but we know it's there. It does show an upper level low going into Wednesday morning, like the European model. It does show Wednesday morning this carved out trough area that could produce rain northward up into Portland Wednesday morning into the day. There's that same weak low Wednesday afternoon, so that's pretty identical to the European. Here comes this low off of the Pacific, identical to the European. It's a little bit farther out, so this would be even better confidence of a dry Friday here inland. And then here it comes Saturday morning nearing shore. That's a Saturday rain chance, Saturday afternoon rain chance, Saturday night rain chance. The low again is up into Washington. So, I mean, maybe the rain is all north of Portland on and up into Tacoma and Olympia and Seattle on Sunday during the day, especially Sunday afternoon. And then here's that low on Memorial Day Monday shifting off to the east. That would likely be dry weather into Portland and the Willamette Valley on Labor Day Monday. So let's keep going. And then see this big strong ridge in the Gulf of Alaska? This is Tuesday of next week. That's a 594 high. That's a heat dome, but it's over the Gulf of Alaska. So will it spread inland at some point next week? And if so, will it spread inland enough that we could have another run of 90s going into maybe that first week, full week of September, weekend of September, maybe. So we're looking at that. Okay. All right, let's go around the horn. So modeling is not doing a good job of showcasing rain chances or thunderstorm chances. And these temperatures that you're going to see, especially into Thursday, and even for the weekend, are assuming there's a good bit of sunshine. But again, even for the weekend, the modeling is underdoing the clouds, underdoing the rain chance, I believe, which means the forecast temperatures you're going to be seeing are too hot. But let's look at a few of them. This is 99 in Medford today, 99, 96 Wednesday, still mid-90s on Thursday and Friday, and 90s into the weekend. Remember the low pressure system producing the rain chance into this weekend is from Portland up to the north. So it makes sense it's all dry in southern Oregon and all hot. Okay, that makes sense, right? Okay. What about Bend? It's going to be a dry weekend. That makes sense. Upper 80s. Here's that shower chance in Central Oregon, at least into Wednesday. That makes sense. Okay. All right. What about Pendleton? Chance of showers, at least through Wednesday. That makes sense. And a dry weekend in Pendleton makes sense as well. Okay. Up in Seattle, you're going to look for some rain this weekend. Here's partly sunny, 86. There's Wednesday, 81. I think there's the chance of rain up in Seattle going into Thursday morning. Remember that weak area of low pressure? Could be something migrate at least up through Kelso, Longview, maybe up into Olympia and Seattle on Thursday. I'm just saying, I don't think that mostly sunny forecast is a slam dunk. And then from that separate low coming in off the Pacific, there's the rain chances on Saturday. And I think a rain chance in Seattle potentially on Sunday as well. So we'll keep an eye on all of that. Coastal weather, chance of a thunderstorm today, looking at that rain that's now in Tillamook County. Could be some showers Wednesday into Thursday. Again, that's on certain forecasts. And there's that Pacific low with a chance of rain on Saturday. So the models are kind of hinting at some of this. I just think they're underdoing it. Chance of rain in Salem again on Wednesday. I think you have a chance of rain tomorrow. You've had some rain in your area today. Underdoing it. Chance of rain on Saturday and into Sunday might stay north of Salem, but something to keep an eye on. And here's my Portland, sponsored by Hazeldale Tire Pro 7-day forecast. A blanket chance of there being some rain somewhere in the Willamette Valley, with an increasing chance of there being some rain in Southwest Washington on Wednesday into Thursday. That's what you're looking at. Any of these temperatures, if we get a lot of cloudiness, could be cooler than what I'm showing. I go 89, 86, 85. It's going to be humid. I like Friday being dry and could really warm up. 88, 90s in play. And then that shower chance develops on Saturday, the shower chance on Sunday. If the low quickly moves north up through Washington on Sunday, maybe Portland becomes partly cloudy and gets warmer. So you get the idea there's a lot of uncertainty in the 7-day forecast. And even Labor Day, remember the European model shows there could be a lingering shower chance on Monday. But the GFS likes it being mostly sunny in 83. Again, lots of uncertainty. I'm Rod Hill. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. You'll be notified when I post. It helps me out too, and I'll talk to you soon.